Good morning. Welcome to Woodbridge, the best town around. My name is John McCormick. I'm the mayor of this terrific town. And we're here this morning for the always pleasant task of hiring a police officer and promoting 7 others. I've said all along, and I truly believe that this is the best police force in the state of New Jersey. I've said that every 3 years the Commission for the Accreditation of Law Enforcement Agencies, CALEA, comes out to this town and reviews every single aspect of our police department, every piece of paper, every policy, every practice, every procedure. They look at everything, and they always come out and give us the highest rating. I always have the pleasure of sitting in the final exit interview, and there's people from Missouri and Texas and Minnesota who've never been to New Jersey, never been to Woodbridge, but they know what police departments are supposed to be about, and they know what good ones are, and they know what good ones are not. And they always independently say how terrific this force is. So I want to congratulate and introduce Police Director Bob Hubner, Deputy Director Joe Niski, and Chief Law Enforcement Officer Scott Kuzma, and thank them for their leadership of this great department. I'd also like to introduce some of the town council members over here. To the far right, Greg Ficara, Councilman at Large. To his right, First Ward Councilwoman Nancy Jerome, who covers Woodbridge proper and Seawarn. To her right, Debbie Meehan, Fifth Ward Councilwoman, covers Colonia. To her right, former police officer, current Councilman at Large, Brian Small. To his right, not on the council, but the Chief of Staff to the township, Carolyn Ehrlich, former councilwoman, and everybody to my right, of course, is either being hired or promoted. So we will start with our new officer, Police Officer Karan Singh. Woodbridge Officer Karan Singh is a resident of the Island section of the township and graduate of John F. Kennedy High School. Officer Singh previously worked as a Middlesex County Corrections Officer and more recently as a sworn officer with the Middlesex County Sheriff's Department. Officer Singh also served as a Woodbridge Township Auxiliary Police Officer before his employment with County Corrections. I did introduce Town Clerk John Mish behind me, but Mr. Mish, will you please swear in Officer Singh?
Do you, Karan Singh, solemnly swear that you support the Constitution of the State of New Jersey and the Constitution of the United States, and you solemnly swear to the faith and allegiance to the same and to the governments established in the United States and in this state under the authority of the people, and you will faithfully, impartially, and justly enforce all the laws and perform all the duties of the office of police officer according to the best of your ability, so help you God. Congratulations.
And now with the officer promotions to Lieutenant Thomas Klimek. Sergeant Thomas Klimek, a 15-year veteran of the Woodbridge Police Department, has served in the Radio Patrol Division and most recently in the Communications Division as a Communications Sergeant. Upon his promotion, Lieutenant Klimek will serve as the Executive Officer in the Criminal Investigations Division. This is actually a good story because Officer Klimek was the next one to be made. He was last on the list, and he died on the list last time. Every sergeant's list, every lieutenant's list, every captain's list, there's always somebody who would have been the next one to be made if we made another one of those offices. So somebody always, unfortunately, is in that position. But Officer Klimek kept at it and came out number 1 again on the list. So it's great to promote you. It's really terrific to promote you.
Do you, Thomas Klimek, solemnly swear that you will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey, and that you will bear faith and allegiance to the same and to the governments established in the United States and in this state, and the authority of the people, and you will faithfully, impartially, and justly enforce all the laws and perform all the duties of the office of police lieutenant according to the best of your ability, so help you God.
Yeah, you better shake your boss's hand. Our first promotion to Sergeant, Officer Gregory Strespak. Officer Strespak, a 14-year veteran of the Woodbridge Police Department, has served in the Radio Patrol Division, and upon his promotion, Sergeant Strespak will continue service as Sergeant in the Radio Patrol Division. Mr. Mitch.
Do you, Gregory Strespak, solemnly swear that you will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey, and you will bear faith and allegiance to the same and to the governments established in the United States and in this state under the authority of the people? You will faithfully, impartially, and justly enforce all the laws and perform all the duties of the office of police sergeant according to the best of your ability, so help you God. Congratulations.
So about a year and a half ago, Bob and Joe came to my office and said, we have a problem. Now, if you're mayor, the last thing you want is the police director and the deputy director to come to your office and say, we have a problem. I said, what's the problem? They said, well, the sergeant's list came out. And I said, all right, what's the problem? They said, Phil Augusta's on it. I said, okay, what number is he? They said, 10. I said, how long do we have to make 9 sergeants? And they said, 3 years. And we probably know we're going to make more than 9 sergeants over a 3-year period. So I said, well, can we skip Phil on the list? And they said, no, you probably shouldn't. He'll sue us. It'll cost a lot of money. And people, frankly, all think Phil Augusta is a great cop. The smartest thing Phil Augusta ever did was finish a half a point ahead on the test over Joe Angelo. Because you know I want to get to Joe Angelo. But in all seriousness, Phil is a tremendous police officer. Phil and Joe actually are like a team that, oh, I didn't say get up yet. I was working for the town in the 90s when Phil was like a tow yard boy, you know, just driving cars around. He worked his way, he got his way on the force. He's a terrific cop. Him and Joe in many ways, not to take anything away from anybody else, but Phil and Joe are like, in many ways, the face of the force. They're the ones out on the road. They're always visible. They get on TV a lot. They do all the press conferences. And I just think Phil is an absolutely terrific police officer. I kid him all the time because frankly, it's easy. So I would now like to call up Phil Augusta for promotion to Sergeant, Mr. Mitch.
Do you, Philip Augusta, solemnly swear that you will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey, and you will bear faith and allegiance to the same and to the governments established in the United States and in this state, and to the authority of the people, and you will faithfully, impartially, and justly enforce all the laws, and perform all the duties of the office of police sergeant according to the best of your ability, so help me God. Congratulations.
So a couple of years ago, I was out somewhere and I saw Phil and Andrea. I think I met Andrea for the first time. So, I walked up to her, gave her a kiss, and she looked at me and said, "Wow, finally a man I can look up to." I'd now like to I'd like a motion to suspend the reading for a couple of minutes. Councilman Small, make the motion.
Motion.
Second.
Second.
Councilman Ficarra. We're going to take a 5-minute break so that Sergeant Augusta has a little bit of time to boss around soon-to-be Sergeant Joe Angelo. He's only got a small window where he's a sergeant and Joe is not, so Phil asked for a little bit of a break. All in favor? All right, motion carries. Now I'd like to call up Mr. Mitch to swear in Joe Angelo, a 14-year veteran of the Woodbridge Police Department, has served in the Radio Patrol Division and most recently in the Traffic Enforcement Unit. I forgot to read this for Phil, I was so thrown off. Upon his promotion, Sergeant Angelo will serve as a sergeant in the Traffic Enforcement Unit. Joe's mom's in the front row, Karen Kaminsky from Swarthmore Drive in Menlo Park Terrace. I lived on Jefferson Street. We went to the same grammar school. I distinctly remember when I was in 5th grade, I slipped on the ice waiting for the bus at Jefferson and Ford. I got a concussion. I had to spend 3 days in the hospital back then. Concussions were serious back then, I guess, and it took a long time. And the class all wrote me cards. And I only remember one card, and that was yours, because in the front you had a picture of a bear. And it wasn't a teddy bear, it was a grizzly bear. And I'm not sure psychologically what message you were trying to send me, but for some reason I totally remember that card that you sent me in 5th grade, so thank you for that. Mr. Mitch, please swear in Officer Angelo.
Do you, Joseph Angelo, solemnly swear to support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey, and you will bear faith and allegiance to the same and to the governments established in the United States and in this state, under the authority of the people, and you will faithfully, impartially, and justly enforce all the laws and perform all the duties of the office of police sergeant according to the best of your ability, so help you God. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Good work, man. I think we also set a record. Today is the youngest person ever to witness promotions or swearing in. Joe's 6-day-old daughter is here. Is that her there? Oh, you're holding her. Okay, I didn't see you holding her. 6-day-old daughter. At the end, yep. Sergeant Luke Kelly. Officer Luke Kelly, a 6-year veteran of the Woodbridge Police Department, has served in the Radio Patrol Division. Upon his promotion, Sergeant Kelly will continue service as a sergeant in the Radio Patrol Division. Mr. Mitch.
Do you, Luke Kelly, solemnly swear that you will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey, and you will bear faith and allegiance to the same and to the governments established in the United States and in this state under the authority of the people, and you will faithfully, impartially, and justly enforce all the laws and perform all the duties of the office of police sergeant according to the best of your ability, so help me God. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Thanks. Next up, Detective Richard Yannick, a guy who forgot more about fishing than most of us will ever know. Detective Yannick, an 18-year veteran of the Woodbridge Police Department, has served in the Radio Patrol Division and most recently as a detective assigned to the Criminal Investigations Division. Upon his promotion, Sergeant Yannick will serve as a communications sergeant in the Communications Division. Mr. Mitch.
Do you, Richard Yannick, solemnly swear that you will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey, and that you will bear faith and allegiance to the same and to the governments established in the United States and in this state with the authority of the people? You will faithfully, impartially, and justly enforce all the laws and perform all the duties of the office of police sergeant according to the best of your ability, so help you God. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Buster. There you go. And our last promotion of the day, Officer Lee Scarano. Officer Scarano, a 24-year veteran of the Woodbridge Police Department, has served in the Radio Patrol Division and most recently as a firearms instructor in the training unit assigned to the Office of the Police Director. Upon his promotion, Sergeant Scarano will serve as a supervising firearms instructor. Mr. Mitch.
Do you, Lee Scarano, solemnly swear that you will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey, and you will bear faith and allegiance to the same and to the governments established in the United States and this state under the authority of the people, and you will faithfully, impartially, and justly enforce all the laws and perform all the duties of the office of police sergeant according to the best of your ability, so help you God.
It's nice that Lee had his nephew, Officer Joe Scarano, up here to hold the Bible with him, so congratulations on another family member being a police officer. I should have done this in the beginning, but can we have a moment of silence for the 18th anniversary of the horrific day of September 11, 2001? Thank you. I'd also like to thank the Woodbridge Fire Department. They're outside with their truck with the giant flag. It's a very nice touch to have that, not only on 911, but on today's ceremony. So thank you to the Woodbridge Fire Department. Now I'd like to ask our Police Director, Bob Hubner, to say a few words.
Good morning, everyone. I'd like to congratulate our new officer. He'll now have the opportunity to work with some of the best and brightest men and women in law enforcement. The gentleman who got promoted today, I've worked with a couple personally. Some of the others I've watched grow through their careers. They're extremely deserving of these promotions, so congratulations. Now, it's a really good day when you can sit up here, hire new individuals, promote new individuals. We also have 7 people in the police academy now, and we're in the process of hiring more individuals for the next class, and that's a direct result of Mayor McCormick, and I'd like to thank him. I'd also like to thank the council for their unwavering support. Thank you.
All right, congratulations again to the officers behind me and also to everybody out there. There's a whole sea of blue out there of people that work for the best police department in the state of New Jersey. So thank you all for your service. I say it, you're the best. You go out and prove it every single day. Thank you all very much.